Here's a little quick tip for everybody to help get your transmission shifting a little better, and it's an item that's overlooked a lot. Everybody focuses on the bushings for the cables, here, and in the car at the shifter itself, but no one ever talks about the little bushing right here. You see how much play is in there? Now the hole itself gets wallowed out, and the little bushing itself gets wallowed out. You'll see right here, you can see the groove worn into it from this arm going back and forth on it all the time with force on it, and it ends up wearing it out. And the last I checked, see both sides are worn like that. You can clearly see the circular pattern where it's been wearing. Last I checked, that little bushing is discontinued or next to impossible to get. And I guess if you had the tools and a stock of UHMW plastic, you could make your own. Now, luckily for us, these little bushings, I guess you'll call it, are not square. They're supposed to be 12 millimeters tall, and you have a 12 millimeter slot in the arm here, and it should fit in there nice and tightly. And if your hole inside isn't worn out, what you can do is you take this little piece on a belt sander. It's 12 millimeters this way, but it's 14 millimeters this way. So you can, on a belt sander, you can take a pair of calipers and slowly shave it down till you get it like this. You'll see I've sanded this one down. I've verified the hole is still within good tolerance. And now I have 12 millimeters in, well, I have 12 millimeters this way. This way I have 11.76. So about a quarter of a millimeter of play up and down. So I just took one off another transmission just as an example to show how much play is in there. And this is just on there temporary. Take this washer off. This slides off. Now that one fell on the floor, but I'll use the other one here as an example. Now, oops. Now you can see I've got a lot of play up and down. I can even rock it side to side because it's so loose. Now I'll take the one that I shaved, and you want it to be pretty precise. Let's put it in the right way. Had you in there a second ago. It's snug. It's about 12.01, so it's not quite as you'd call it a press fit, but it's snug. It's hard to get a good shot of it, but there is no movement up or down. I'll get all my washers in place here. And you want to put a little bit of grease on the pivot point here so you don't end up wearing the hole like most of them get. These things have never been maintained. Nobody ever maintains this part. Put your washer on. Put your lock washer on. People are always messaging me in the middle of stuff like this. Always. Never fails. And I had a 12 millimeter somewhere here. Trying to do this with one hand, film and work. Not too tight for now, just for demonstration. But there's still a little bit of play in the hole. And I've got a little bit of play in the bushing here, but before I would say I had maybe 1/8 of an inch of play at the cable and before it would do anything. I'll help if I put it in the middle. Yeah. Much better. Much less play. You'll always have a little bit of play there, but don't forget this bolt's not really tight either. But that eliminated, you know, eliminating 1/4 of a millimeter here eliminated at least a 1/16 of an inch up here. It's not a lot, but then you get to the shifter end, a 1/16 there makes maybe a 1/4 inch or more in the shifter. So everything at the shifter end gets amplified by every little tiny thing here. And I'm going to see if I can find a source for new bushings there, or maybe get them made, because picking through my scraps here, pickings are getting pretty slim. Alright, hope that helps everybody out. Just a simple little thing to help with your shifting. Every little bit of play you can take out really helps a lot. That's all I got for you tonight. Take care, and see you next time.